Hey guys, Dopeoxide here, back with another video. So this video will be about why I think the Bitcoin bottom is probably in, with a market update analysis and just overview of why I'm this bullish at this point in time. So without further ado, I'm Dopeoxide. I make content around the base chain ecosystem and just pretty much all the top protocols over there. So if you guys haven't already, like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. All my handles for my channels are at Dopeoxide. So at Dopeoxide on YouTube, Dopeoxide on X, and most recently actually on CoinMarketCap. So if you guys haven't already, all my YouTube followers and X followers, follow my Dope Oxide page on CoinMarketCap. I'm going to be making content that's much more different to my X page. It's not just a copy and paste. It's actually going to be unique content from there. So I definitely recommend you guys to follow that. And yeah, let's get right into it. So obviously Bitcoin's been in a major consolidation right now, and pretty much about 70 days we've just been in a major downtrend. And personally, I think it's bullish because we've been resetting sentiment, and the open interest, which is pretty much the leverage for the market, has dropped significantly. I'll go through those data points later in the video, but first of all, what I want to show you guys on lower time frame. Personally, I'd like to see this 4-hour RSI to hold here. Currently, it's retesting it again. If we break down below, we're definitely going to see some capitulation and downside. But in my opinion, looking at different data points I'll show in the video, this downside will probably be temporary, and I really think that there will be no new lows for the short term, and we will not see a new low for Bitcoin that's below 76k. The only time we'll revisit this, in my opinion, is when we're comfortably in a bear market, and I think we're still in the bull market, and most likely we'll make two new highs and probably have a doubling in price from here on. The reason why I say doubling is every time during this bull market, let me just clear that up. Every time in this bull market, we've had a leg up on the weekly RSI. So let me just go to the weekly RSI. Give me a sec. Yep, so pretty much every time the weekly RSI has made a downtrend and broken out from it. So start of this bull market, in my opinion, and like everyone's definition of a bull market is different, but for me, the bull market started from the Bitcoin lows. So this is the bull market to me, in my opinion, and that's just to clarify. So for this bull market, I've started in 2022 when we had our first impulse and had a major like sideways consolidation period, but for the RSI we actually had a downtrend. Once we broke from that, we actually had a doubling in price. So as you can see here, once we broke out, we had a doubling around 90%. And then once we had another consolidation period for the next sideways period, which was more recently, obviously it started from April last year to October. Once the weekly RSI fully reset and started breaking out, the doubling price from that low was about, what was it? About 49k, 50k, and we went up about 117%. So in my opinion, if the bottom is in, which in my opinion it is, and we're about to see the weekly RSI breaking out, as you can see, another like 2 weeks will pretty much be the deciding factor if we're breaking out. So under the assumption we do break out and no new lows on the RSI is made, we're probably gonna have another doubling in price. So as you can see, the price low for that happened about 2 weeks ago was 76k. So if we assume the same thing is going to happen, we're probably going to go around the 150k mark, give or take probably like 140 to 160, and this will be the results once we actually break out the RSI. So obviously, if we tap it and go down again, we're probably going to make new lows. But in my opinion, my base case right now is we tap it and actually break out, maybe do a retest, and then go on a merry way. So that's my opinion right now, and I'll go through the data points and reasoning why. So first of all, weekly fear and greed. We've actually hit the lowest ever like fear and greed since the start of this bull market. So as you can see here, we actually hit a fear and greed of 10. And the last time we hit this low of a fear and greed was when the beginning of the bull market started back in 2022. So this is really what I would like to see when the sentiment gets fully reset, all the bulls get wiped, and the bears start getting sidelined. So in my opinion, we're probably gonna like the low for the sentiment it has already been put in place. I guess the best case scenario is we have a bullish divergence with the fear and greed where we make a new low on the fear and greed, say we hit 10 or 9, but we actually make a higher low in the price. I don't think that will happen because I just like the downtrend in fear and greed has been significant. And to me, on X and CT, the sentiment has been destroyed and there isn't that many bulls left. So I don't think I don't think we have to make a new low. Personally, I just think the most pain is up. There's a lot of bears sidelined right now, and they're just all talking smack on X and really think that the bear market is starting, which is what I'd like to see. So so when it comes to analysis, that's the analysis for Bitcoin. When it comes to other data points, as you can see here, what Super Bitcoin Bro pointed out, there's a massive broadening wedge right now on Bitcoin, and the target is around 106K. So as you can see here, where the deciding factor for it to happen is within the next few weeks, and or even days. The reason why I say that is, if we go to here, so what I find pretty interesting is the 2nd of April is when the tariffs kick in for the USA, and as you can see here, like if we were to actually break down from here, let me just get rid of that. Yeah, if we actually were to break down to the downside from here, which could be pretty interesting in my personal opinion, if this actually ends up happening, it's going to be a buy the news event where people price in that the tariff is actually going to crash the markets, but once the tariffs actually drops, people realize it isn't actually that much of like big of a deal. And if this happens, we're gonna completely flush out interest and open interest, which is leverage, and we actually will probably make new lows on open interest, which is super bullish. I'll go to the chart later on in the video, but in my opinion, this will actually be quite bullish if this is the case, because what happens is, this is technically a bearish structure where we're just rising the channel, and the target is usually where it started from. So there's going to be a lot of shorts happening if we break out of his channel, and a lot of bears will be like shooting fireworks, and a lot of leverage will be wiped if we make that biting news event happen. So there's that. My friend Ungovernable made a new chart, and he's looking at the moving average here, and as you can see here, where we closed above. So what I'd like to see on this major trend, because as you can see here, it's pretty much been the bull market support band throughout the duration of this bull market, where every time we've bounced above it. So personally, what I would like to see is a few more closes above this, and it pretty much confirms we're in for the next leg up. Obviously, if we have closes down below again, and there's obviously just pure weakness, yeah, I'll have to call the top here. But in my opinion, it's looking good right now. Next week, which is about the open interest, as you can see from Sunday to Monday, we had massive deleveraging. So as you can see, like we only had a small dip back in March 27th, but we had a major reduction in the open interest, which is what we'd like to see. Leverage getting wiped out, and the spot bid is propping up the price, which is what we want to see. Another chart by Super Bitcoin Bro. On the line chart, we're actually seeing a massive inverse head and shoulders, which is really bullish. And to be honest, it's something that people aren't really looking at, the line chart. So if we actually go here, we can probably do it from here. I can't do 3-day on TradingView, but yeah, like as you guys can see, inverse head and shoulders really bullish, and the target is give or less around 97K. And yeah, in my opinion, like even just looking at the line chart here, we're probably going to go in for the retest going into the tariff day, which is a downtrend that happens from that rising channel. So I think this is like probably the perfect play for market makers to wipe out the shorts, because there's just going to be a shit ton of shorts coming in on as soon as that trend line gets broken, and then the biting news event occurs. Next thing is the open interest. So as you can see here, like we had major leverage happening back when we were at all-time highs, and now we're at pretty much levels for the interest wise when we were back at 72K. So as you can see here, like the open interest is roughly when Bitcoin was around 72K. So as you can see, there's a massive divergence, and it just shows that spot bids are actually propping up the price, which is definitely what we want to see. And the price isn't getting like flushed out because of interest. So this is definitely what we want to see. And like I said, ideally this actually goes even lower. Because if you if we chart this up, I can't put line charts in here, but we're sorting the channel right now. What I'd like to see is a little dip here where we completely flush out the leverage and actually make a new low. That's probably the best case scenario for us. And I'll be looking closely towards this because, in my opinion, um, wiping out leverage is probably the best play when it comes to this bull market, and it just shows that the market is very healthy, and we're in for at least a doubling when it comes to the price. Before I show this Ethereum sentiment analysis, I'm just going to play a video that will support the channel. If you guys are looking for a trading bot or just a means to support the channel, click in the link in the description below. For everyone that uses my link and trades using my link, I'll be giving out away $1,000 per month. So there'll be 5 winners every month, and for every winner, there'll be $250 USDC given out to those users. So what Sigma Trading Bot is, it's a trading bot on Telegram where you're able to do trades super fast. It is the fastest sniping bot on base right now, and it has access to multiple EVM chains as well as Solana support in the next few months. The main benefits is obviously the sniping capabilities, limit orders, and copy trading, where you're actually able to trade and copy other profitable wallets. It's really reputable. It's got over $3.8 billion in lifetime volume, as well as it's been around since January 2024. Personally, I started using it back in March from last base season, and I've been using it since off and on. And I would definitely recommend you guys to actually use the product when base season 2 comes around. And personally, it's sort of a no-brainer because if you guys use my link, you're put into a giveaway every month, and you have a chance at winning $250. So thank you for supporting the channel. All right, so when it comes to Ethereum sentiment, as you guys can already tell, like the price for Ethereum has been really shit and hasn't really been tracking well. But as you can see here, like the sentiment for Ethereum has been horrible, and this is definitely what we want to see when it comes to Ethereum potentially breaking out for the remainder of its bull market. My thesis has always been Ethereum will eventually outperform Bitcoin. It's just a matter of when. And personally, like with the sentiment dropping to all-time lows for this bull market, it's looking quite clear that if the low isn't already in, it's probably not much lower, and the risk to reward is definitely shifted towards the upside. And if you guys haven't already bidded on Ethereum, this is probably the perfect time in my opinion, because we're at the point of this bull market where the dominance will probably top out. And actually, while on that topic, we'll go through the Bitcoin dominance chart. But yeah, in my opinion, the Ethereum sentiment has been rubbish for the past year, and it's at its worst right now. And it just happens to be a divergence where, see how the sentiment score is 14, but which is the all-time low, but the price is actually higher than we were back in 2023 in September. This is what we want to see, where we see higher lows, but the sentiment is even more resetted. So let's go to dominance. Another thing is people that I don't really see people tracking is there's been a bearish divergence on the Bitcoin dominance RSI. So let me just go through that. Let me go to the daily. So as you can see, we're going through like a massive bearish divergence on Bitcoin dominance. So as you can see here, we printed a high on the RSI, which was the most previous major high. And then we printed another lower RSI. We printed another high, which was even another lower RSI. And it's looking like we actually might top out again around, it could even go higher, like up here. But the RSI will probably like stagnate around here, which is below the previous RSI. So obviously, like to be honest, in my opinion, like bearish divergence take a while to play out. If you looked at the AI coins late last year, like tokens like virtuals, it took about 3 bearish divergence hits for it to actually top out. And the dominance is actually on its 4th hit. So in my opinion, if we were to top out for Bitcoin dominance, it's most likely this time, where if we print another bearish divergence, I will probably say it's lights out for Bitcoin dominance, and alts will probably begin to start rallying from here. Obviously, it won't be all alts. It'll be generally just the stronger altcoins. So to keep an eye out on that, you want to start investing in tokens that aren't making new lows in this period in time, and just generally just showing strength towards Bitcoin right now. Once that happens, we'll probably have a wider altcoin rally where dominance will significantly drop from here, and the next, like, I guess, target when it comes to the lows of the Bitcoin dominance will definitely be around the 55% range, and below that probably the 48% range. I don't think the dominance will make new lows for this bull market, but we'll definitely see some relief for alts where we go here, stagnate a bit from here, and then go to the top of the channel. And then when the bear market happens, we will break out from there. But nonetheless, I still think an altcoin rally will happen, and we'll most likely see a Bitcoin doubling in price, as well as altcoins such as Ethereum breaking out, because just on purely on the sentiment aspect, as well as open interest. One altcoin, obviously, you guys like is Toshi. So Toshi has been in a major downtrend for the past few months. How long has it been? It's been about 60 days. So in my opinion, looking at the moving average, the 100-day moving average for the 4-hourly, where we're sort of squeezing right now. Ideally, what we would like to see is a close above this. See how we tried closing above, but we broke back down to the downside. As you can see for the chart, every time we got above the moving average, a new uptrend has occurred, which obviously the first major one happened during the TG of the token, so back in December 2023. When we closed above, we ran up, closed above, we ran up, closed above, ran up. So ideally, what we would like to see is no new lows to be made, and we end up squeezing above the moving average and making new uptrends. So under the assumption Bitcoin breaks out from here for April and Ethereum breaks out, most likely Toshi will break out from there. So when it comes to high beta plays of Ethereum, I will definitely start looking to Toshi at these price levels, because obviously it's on Coinbase, it's the face of Base, the most popular Base native token right now, and definitely the most organic. So as always, I'm really bullish on Toshi. They're making really good advancements when it comes to meme community and engagement and just growing the community. So there's that to the video, guys. If you guys like the video, like and subscribe. Comment down below if you guys want me to cover other specific avenues when it comes to content. Click on the link in the description below to get access to the Sigma trading bot, where I give it $1,000 every month. And every month I'll draw 5 winners, and every winner will get $250 USDC. So that's all to the video, guys. Peace.